What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jeremy Speaks, and I'm coming at y'all again today with another video. I ain't gonna even hold you. Hey, everybody. It's your boy Jeremy Speaks. I am here. I am dropping in on surprise. Bet y'all wasn't expecting this, huh? Okay. You know, I was expecting to record this, but I forgot I re-upped on my membership for StreamYard, and my other membership for the other site that I use did not have an upgrade. So I couldn't even do the recording over there, and I'm not going to do the recording over here. So I'm on live nonetheless. So this is giving 2022, ain't it? You know, we here to review Love and Marriage Huntsville season 8, episode 4. Okay, for those of y'all who are intrigued by the show, like a lot of others. But before I get started, there's something that I need to get out and let y'all know beforehand, before I start to review this, is that I'm fine with you not agreeing with me. You know, I don't think that a dogma needs to exist for anything, right? However, I will not allow you to disrespect me in the chat or in my comment section. So if I see you do it, I'm gonna have to get you on up out of here. And then, you know, luckily for you, you won't ever have to worry about dealing with all the stress and the frustration that my channel may or may not cause you. What's up, Ravine? What's up? Talk about it. Okay. Now, I want to, you know, just go back one episode and discuss something real quick before we get into this, because I feel that either some of y'all are being obtuse on purpose, or you're not really trying to hear everything that's been said in scenes or in the review, might I add, because my finger is like, I took an ibuprofen, Ravine, so it's okay for right now, but honestly, I'm in pain. Like, I got fucked up. And honestly, you don't understand how upset I am is that I can't lift or do any weights or anything else like that, because the body, I really wanted to see where I was at. But like 2 months off is gonna be a lot. However, I start doing cardio and stuff like that this week. I'll start walking, doing all of that. But that's besides the point. But like I said, I wanted us to go back to the last review and the last episode to talk about something. Now, there's a lot of y'all who have been saying in my comment section, saying on the lives of other people's channels, Mel don't have to be the bigger person. Why does Mel have to be the bigger person? Mel don't have to do that. Mel ain't got to do that. Nobody is saying that Mel has to be the bigger person. I didn't say that. I did not say that Mel had to be the bigger person. I'm saying, if you feel some type of way against somebody to where you don't want to, state where you stand or whatever the case may be because fans are attacking them, then why not just say that to them? Like, if you ain't fucking with Stormy like that, just say that. Just say, well, I'm not really fucking with you, and your mama was coming at me, so I don't really feel like I have to do anything. You are going to be just like anybody else on this cast. You're going to have to deal with the fan base just like we all have to do. You could have said that, and I would have been fine with it. But to act oblivious like you don't know what's going on, and to act oblivious to everything that's happening is insane to me. That's how I feel. Like, if you ain't fucking with them and you have your reasons for it, then just state that. Why not state it if this is why is it that we go to IG lives to break down the shit that happens between the cast and we don't do it on the actual show? Does that make sense? Hold on, let me turn this down. Like, does that make sense to y'all? Like, if I am pissed off because you did something to me or your mama or you doing some sly shit behind the scenes, I'm going to bring it up on camera. I'm going to expose you for every single thing that I don't like about you. And then I'm going to tell you why I'm making the actions that I'm making. I'm not just going to sit silent and expect the audience to just know everything that you did because I'm supposed to be following every T page that covers Love and Marriage Huntsville. Like, that's insane to me. So, in my opinion, I don't think that it was, it was a smart decision to be like, I ain't got to say anything. I don't have anything to say to you. That was dumb to me. And I'm sorry. I'm not going to change it over here. Not saying that you had to speak up for Stormy, because you don't. Like, you don't have to speak up for Stormy. But if you didn't want to speak up for Stormy, you could have just said that to her. Let her know why the fuck you ain't really fucking with her or Tisha like that. Not only would that have let the audience in on the things that have been happening towards you, but it also would have given you a way to tell these people why you not fucking with them for real. But obviously that's not the route that, this show goes. Like, we have two completely different things happening. We have the social media, IG lives, and the bickering between the cast online, which has nothing of any connection to what's actually going on the show. But when shit goes on the show, we're to expect that the shit that's going on the show has connections to X, Y, and Z that happen outside of the show that they're not talking about, which is crazy to me. I don't think that nobody has to speak up for anybody on this show. However, I think that it behooves you to at least tell the audience why you feel the way you feel and not just expect us to know. Because I don't know. I don't. I already told y'all I stopped covering Love and Marriage Huntsville news, news clippings some time ago, like over a year and a half ago. So you ain't seeing a whole bunch of videos pop up on my feed, about what's going on in these people's lives. I don't have any interest in that anymore. I'm sorry. So therefore, that seems to be the MO with Carlos King Productions. I don't know. I think it's kind of I don't know, short thinking to just automatically assume that it's Carlos King Productions, because I feel like if Melody said anything, they would have showed it. Maybe edited differently, but like, she didn't say anything. Like, it was the end of the conversation. Like, Stormy asked her 3 times, where do you stand? Melody could have just let the chopper sing at any point, and she chose not to. She chose to sit there, shut down. And I'm saying, if this is a show where we're supposed to be seeing y'all lives, seeing y'all mingle, seeing the things that y'all feel towards one another, then I feel that you should be able to articulate every single thing that's bothering you with somebody else on the cast. Me personally. Now, let's move on. That's all I have to say about that. All right, so we're at episode number 4, right? And we're picking up at the end of episode number 3. So everybody's back in Huntsville, like I told y'all. Huntsville, the city of the Bama ass niggas. It's so weird because I can't bleep myself like I be doing on my recordings. So, but I'm gonna download this, edit it, and then I'm gonna upload it as a recorded review as well. So, needless to say, you don't have to worry about that. But we go to a scene where we're going into Melody's house, right? We see none other than Nell walking up to Melody's front door. And is it just me? Is it just me? Or like, does Nell be wearing these beauty supply wigs? Like, I don't know what it is about these beauty store wigs, but it really be bothering me how stiff they are. I don't know. I feel like if you have all of this money, y'all have all of these, resources, then we can't find hairdressers or anything. I mean, you could even do a nice 27 piece and I'll be okay with that. But like, Nell just be wearing these stiff ass wigs and I just don't like them. I just don't like them. But she goes into Mel's house. Mel greets her with a hug, of course, because you know that's Mel's MO. She loves to greet you with a hug before she eats your ass alive. So she tells her, "Oh, you look so pretty with your, with your pink. This pink look really good on you." And she asks, her to come into the kitchen. So they sit in the kitchen, y'all. And this is where the conversation starts to unfold. Now, Mel says, "You were mad at me, because you don't come over here no more. I ain't heard from you," or whatever the case may be. And then she says, "I'm mad at you too, but I want to know why you mad at me." Nell, for some reason, is still stuck on this name placard from the trip. Now, why she's stuck on a name placard, y'all, I don't know. You a grown-ass woman stuck on the fact that you don't have a name placard. Meanwhile, you had one of the best rooms in the house. And you know damn well Kimmy and Tisha was sleeping in the closet. So what's the issue here? You should be happy nonetheless. But I guess that's too good to be true. So we need to unfold the reason why I did not have my name, on a placard like everybody else. And that hurt me. This is what Nell said. Mel says the same thing that I'm thinking. She's saying that, okay, after I put all the names together, I kind of forgot yours, but I didn't think that you would have a big issue with it because at the end of the day, you older than all of us. Nell says, you're gonna have to take that back because the truth, we don't know if I'm older than everybody else here. I mean, who else could you be younger than? Like, if we being honest, like if you want to come across as like this mentor, this like this grandiose elder with all of this wisdom and knowledge that you passing down to the peoples, then you need to accept your age for what it is. When I go to other places and I see little homosexuals around like, 18, 19, 21-year-old when I'm in DC or, at the bar, at the club or something like that, I'm not afraid to, say that I'm in my 30s or I'm approaching my 30s. I'm not afraid of that. I don't just be like, well, we don't know how old everybody is. I 100% am comfortable with my age. And I really feel that, Nell, if you truthfully want to grow in life, you need to learn how to be comfortable with yours too. Because like these hoochie-fi 1988, 1972 prom freakum hoochie mama get them girl dresses that you like to wear, I can't. If you don't want to let us know your real age, your outfits let us know before you do. Okay, so we just got to come to terms with that. Now, Mel is like, yeah, because you older and you was mentoring us, right? You were my mentor, right? Mel says, like, what did you mentor me in? And this is when Nell starts to stutter and stammer. She's like, you know what? I mentored you, when it came to you and Martell. And then she says, you counseled us, but mentorship, I'm not so sure about that. Mel is in a confessional telling us that mentorship for her means, helping guide somebody's path as far as business goes, as far as their career and their goals and stuff like that. But is it just me? But I thought mentorship could be for anything. I could be mentored for my in my goals, in my relationships, in anything. You can mentor somebody on anything you want. Mentorship doesn't really just stop at helping people in business. Like that's not what mentorship, starts and ends. You get what I'm saying? And to be honest, mentoring and counseling to me are the same thing. If I'm being honest, let me actually look this up. Actually, let's look up counseling versus mentorship. Okay. So I'm about to share my screen. I just want us to see the difference between mentoring and counseling, because when Nell said that, I was like, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. So hold on. Let me do my Chrome tab. So it says the main difference between counseling and mentoring is that counseling is a formal relationship with a licensed professional, while mentoring is an informal relationship with someone in your network. So she was mentoring her. It's giving mentorship. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know a lot of us don't want to come to terms with that, but Nell was mentoring her. And another thing that I was also having a problem with is that I don't understand the reason as to why you want to say all of a sudden that she's not mentoring you. Like, what do you get out of that? Like, we have video proof of her being there for you, you talking to her, getting advice from her and stuff like that. So why all of a sudden now you're trying to act like, oh, like you never mentored me, you counseled me, and y'all just seen that counseling has to be a licensed professional versus a mentoring and where it can be an informal relationship. So if anything, counseling would be more of a dig than saying mentoring was anyway, if we're going by the definition of it all. However, let's continue to move on, y'all. So Nell is basically cop and please, double backing, and one thing I don't like about Nell is that the same type of vitriol you can cuss your kids out with is the same type of energy you need to be having in the scenes with Mel, where you need to state your opinion or your objective and what you believe, because in one scene you just being mute, just accepting anything that Mel says, and then the next scene you talking to your husband, coming up with all of these reasons why you did mentor her. Why didn't you say this when you were in front of her? That was the time to be like, I was a mentor. Why does it have to be when I talk to a friend, I don't be thinking they mentoring me? What happened to just friends talking? Because at this point, Mel lets it be known that Nell is significantly older than her, and they never had like a one of my good girlfriends type of relationships. Like, oh, this is just one of my friends, it's somebody that she had a friendship with, but it came from an older person. So you're seeking knowledge from this older person. It's going to be mentorship. Your friends can mentor you as well. That's the whole point of being a mentor, is because it's an informal relationship. We just looked it up. Counseling somebody, what Mel said that, she was doing, involves something of a licensed practitioner, which Nell is not. So mentorship is way more informal and more so on a friendship basis, if that makes any sense. Or it can involve people who are not licensed to be counselors. Like you can have mentorship at work. Shit. But like some of my friends that I have in my life, shit, mentored me when it came to making decisions in my professional career, because they were, a little bit farther along at the time than I was. And I had, hard times making decisions about what I needed and what I wanted. But at the end of the day, because we're friends doesn't mean the fact that they can't mentor me. Like, that's weird, especially given the fact that Nell is hella older than the Melody from what I collect. Isn't it like Nell like in her 50s or something? Like, I'm sorry, I don't have any 50, 60-year-old friends that's just in my circle. And if I did, it would be on like more so of a mentorship basis. Yeah, we can go and get drinks and like, chit chat, pity pat, and all of that. But at the end of the day, it's giving mentorship. It's not really giving like you just one of my peers. No, because like you're significantly older than me. That's how I think though. But needless to say, Mel has a problem with the interview that Nell did. Apparently, she was on Crystal XO. Y'all don't like that channel. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a big fan of the Crystal XO. I'm not a big fan of the submission man, alpha male, submissiveness, ultra feminine, ultra masculine conversation channels. Like, that shit is tired. I don't know how people comprise channels of just talking about their masculinity or their femininity or their submission to their partner. Like, to me, that shit is such puddle conversation. It has no depth. The conversations are stupid. I don't think that, it's very intriguing. And I really never liked a lot of her views when it came on to Ready to Love. Because I don't know if y'all remember, I used to cover Ready to Love a long time ago, like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. I used to cover that show a lot. And she would always have interviews with people from Ready to Love. And I would be so confused as to why we caping for the niggas who been dogging the girls out on the show the whole season. Like, what? Like, why we giving understanding to people? But needless to say, like, she has an interview with Crystal XO, and she told Crystal XO, so the stuff that's happening between Martell and Martell and Mel is just so draining, and it's both of them. At the end of the day, like, Mel is stubborn and whatever the fuck. And y'all already know how I felt about the whole Martell and Mel thing as far as like the arrest goes, because it's one thing to put some type of accountability on somebody, right? But it's a whole nother thing to sit here and try to call a woman stubborn for going to the police when her ex-husband threatens her with a sex tape. Like, how am I stubborn for going to the fucking police? And another thing I have to say is, a lot of you motherfuckers always want to talk about, I don't want to see no black man go to jail. I don't like to see African-American black men go to jail. And talking about because y'all have African-American sons, at the end of the day, what about the African-American black woman? Y'all never talk about them not needing to go to jail or not needing to be in the courts or whatever the case may be, because at the end of the day, it's only one person dragging motherfuckers to court. Only one person trying to get the kids, trying to get the custody, claiming motherfuckers got 21 babysitters and everything else, and that's Martell. So why is it that it's such a problem when Mel holds Martell accountable and puts him behind the clinker for doing clinker type shit, but then, it's no problem when Martell does some shit? Why is that? Like, can somebody explain that shit to me? Because I don't understand that. Like, and it makes literally no sense for y'all to be like, I don't want to see no black men go to jail. Let's be clear here. Let's be clear. The number one killer, unaliver, threat of life to a black woman is a black man. Now, that's not all black men, but I'm letting you know, statistically, at the hands of a black man, you can get unalived. And that's just factual. It's factual, statistically proved. I'm not saying I like to see people go to jail. Yeah, I don't want to see nobody go to jail if they don't belong there. However, if you belong in jail for the shit that you've been doing, and at the end of the motherfucking day, then that's where you belong. I'm not gonna say I don't like seeing black women go to jail. I don't like seeing black men go to jail. I don't like seeing white women go to jail. At the end of the day, I don't like seeing nobody go to jail. But if you did some fucked up shit, get your ass in the jailhouse. And I still don't understand what the fuck Nell be talking about when she says it's both of them. If Martell was to move on, live his life, find his own happiness, his own self-worth, and go like scallivant with the side bitch and leave Mel alone, I truthfully believe I don't think Mel would be doing shit to him. When you say it's both of them, it really puts me in the mindset that you feel that both of them are continuing a contentious relationship when it's literally one person stabbing, antagonizing at somebody, and then the other person is responding. You get what I'm saying? Now, Mel says to Nell, after she plays her this recording of herself in the in the interview with Crystal, she says, at the end of the day, I don't call you about anything. When did I ever call you about anything? I let you handle your business because everybody has their own life and their own things going on, and I handle my own stuff. So for you to come at me talking about I'm tiring, I need to take accountability for what? How am I tiring you out? How am I draining you? I don't call you. Martell probably does, but I don't. The only reason that you get drained in all of this is because you put yourself into it. Because at the end of the day, when Destiny came to you in that last season's first episode about the whole arrest, you could have said nothing because it had nothing to do with you. And you don't owe Destiny broke ass no, was it Destiny or was it Stormy? It was Stormy. You didn't owe Stormy no type of explanation about what you feel. You could have been like, I have no type of opinion on that. That has nothing to do with me. I just hope that both parties could get what they need to get and go about their way. You didn't say any of that. You talking about, I'm a little mad at Mel because she putting a black man. I don't want no black man going in jail. At the end of the day, you only draining your damn self. Just like you only be draining your damn self when it comes to you and your kids. If we being fair, Nell, because let's be clear here. Nobody is telling you to overextend yourself for grown-ass motherfucking kids, but you continuously do that, drain yourself, and then want to cuss all the kids out, even though that they grown. You do it in your regular life, and you doing it now. And I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Now, when it comes to other things that Nell said about Mel, I can agree with. Mel can be stubborn. Mel can be hard-headed. Shit, we all can be. However, the whole thing between her and Martell is null and void. That had nothing to do with you. That woman is being victimized, and I don't care how much of a fucking villain Mel can or cannot come across as. No woman deserves to be stalked, threatened, and victimized by no man or any woman, to be exact. So I don't understand that. And why don't you be saying all of this shit that you be saying in your confessionals to Mel when y'all are in the scenes together? That is what bothers me. Everybody got all of this mouth. Everybody got all of this mouth until Mel is in front of their face. I don't understand it. Maybe Mel can beat ass more than I think that she can, but these girls be in the scene shook. Like, speak up. Say all the things that you're gonna say to your man, say to her. Let her know that you hurt by her not believing that you were a mentor for her. Let her know that your mama was sick when she was meeting up with you and giving you advice. Let her know that you don't like to see no black man go to jail. Like, let her know all of this. Needless to say, Mel asked Nell, I just don't like that when y'all are getting interviewed about y'all life, y'all are talking about me. How about you leave me and my shit out of it and just focus on whatever's happening between you and your husband and you and your life? You could just say no comment, which I can also agree with. And that was a messy ass question that Crystal asked anyway, if I'm being fair. Right, Jeremy. Not one day is to Mel's face. All of a sudden they tongue-tied when she is face to face with them. Exactly. And like literally when I was watching it, I was like, well, why didn't you say this when you were in front of her? What's the fear? Is it the fear of being cut off? Is it the fear of not being her friend or whatever the case may be? I don't know. But if somebody's going to cut me off because of I'm giving them my truth, that's one thing. I don't need that type of friendship. But let's be clear here, Nell. You going on a motherfucking interview and talking about the issues that you feel about Nell and how she drains you is not equivalent to going to Nell face to face and letting her know that she could be draining. That is not holding somebody accountable. It is completely different. If I have a conversation with one of my friends about something I don't like about them versus going into a whole interview about them and letting them know what I don't like. Dave, I'm sorry. But like that, it's a difference. Also, Nell was trying to mentor Mel back into a toxic relationship with Martell. Mel was not trying to hear any of that ish. I already told y'all that when it comes to old people, I don't think that they need to be listened to. I think that old motherfucking advice has gone out of style. If I'm being honest. If I'm being honest, hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. I'm about to get myself a little glass of something. I'm a little thirsty, a little parched. Give me 1 second to be right back. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jeremy Speaks, and I'm coming at y'all again today with another video. I ain't gonna even hold you. Thank you for being so patient with me. Yeah, I already told y'all that when it comes to old hoes and stuff like that, I don't listen to them when it comes to relationship. Bitches will have you, like them old hoes will have you out here, you know, trying to rekindle a marriage with a nigga that's been blacking your eye, cheating on you, because why leave the man if I put in all of this work and I built you up? I already told y'all. When it comes to advice from old hoes, do not listen to them. Do not listen to old hoes. I'm trying to let you, not saying hoe as in a 304, but just like, you know, as a noun. You know, he, she, them, they, you know, like that. But yes, I already let y'all know where I stand with that. When it comes to old people, I steer away from all types of advice. Please spare me yo 1842 slave advice. I don't want it, please. I don't want that Frederick Douglass, fucking Harriet Tubman advice. I don't want that fucking Angela Davis advice, Rosa Parks advice. I don't want that shit. I don't want that shit. That shit is out of style. The world has changed way too much. We are in so many different nuances. Things have been complicated, and we no longer are in binds and chains, nor are we in segregated America, at least for the time being, because when Trump gets in office, we don't know what's going to happen. That's why Mel don't really like any of the women on the cast, at least the OGs, because they were saying to Mel, don't she think her and Martell can get back together? And the thing about it is, I can understand that, but my point of it is one to two things. First thing, just say I don't fuck with you people because X, Y, and Z. Why would I want to be friends with people of X, Y, and Z? If you're smiling in my face and we're all acting like we're friends, then you can't say she don't like them, because to be honest, from what she's saying in the scene, she does like him. But when you, like I said, when we get to the IG lives, we out here exposing each other, going off on each other. But when we're actually in front of each other, we're acting like we're cool. I hate when old folks try to teach me something like, you're not my mom. You're not my mama. You're not my mama. That is so ghetto. You not my mama. Noble Valkyrie. I can't. that is such a 1990 thing. You not my mama. I always feel a neck roll when I hear that. You not my mama. Now let's continue. Oh, girl. My blood pressure is about to get ran up. So the next scene that we're in, we see Destiny and Martell. Martell is in a skin tight muscle mauve suit with some leggings that are supposed to be pants, look like motherfucking leggings to me. And Destiny walks up, y'all. Destiny walks up, and if y'all notice, let me know if y'all notice this. Maybe it's just me. Did y'all notice that Destiny tried to put extra space between the two of them? Did you notice that? Destiny also made sure she didn't wear anything tight. Destiny also made sure that purse was between her and him. She made very clear this time that y'all would not be able to say that it looked like she can mess around with Martell. Because I was like, it's giving distance between the two. I was like, nice try, Destiny, but he already let us know that he could possibly be the father of your child. So it's like, no, it's like you might as well scooch on over to the nigga if you like, in my opinion. So he asks Destiny what's going on. He gets into also asking Destiny some other stuff, but I want to go over the first thing. Destiny says that her father has found 2 spots and they've been at the cancer center and they don't know what's going on. They have an MRI coming up, and if it's not one thing, it's another. And then that's sad. I don't like to hear that anybody has like a father or mother or any type of loved one that's going through cancer. Destiny was laughing so hard when Nell said Martell fine as hell. She was over there just agreeing like, girl, it's pathetic. It really is. Like, y'all, it really is. I can't take it. I can't take it. It's not. But anyway, let me not get off track. So Destiny then tells Martell, after Martell asks about the whole trip with Mel, how did that go? Why are you even asking about Mel? Why are you asking about this woman? And this is what kills me. Everybody be saying that Mel is bitter towards Martell. When Mel does not inquire about anything that this man be doing, like she don't care. She does not bring it up. She does not have any opinion on it. But anytime Martell is in a scene, he cannot keep Mel's name out of his mouth. It's crazy to me. Crazy to me. Now let's continue. Now, for those of y'all who watched the reviews for the other episodes of this season, you were probably quite confused as I was when Destiny started to tell the story about how everything went down at motherfucking St. Martin's. Well, like, wasn't me? Because I was like, well, I don't really recall it being that way. So Destiny told Martell, she said, me and Mel got into it real bad about, me going out and hanging out with, Arian. But I told her, how can you be mad at me when y'all used to talk on the phone all the time, and used to ask her when he was coming, when he was going, and you used to try to teach her how to respectfully cheat. And Martell, you already know that I didn't support that relationship, and I told you about that. He says, yeah, at the end of the day, she always trying to get mad over something. Y'all, I hate Martell. I hate that man. I hate that man with a passion. I do not like that man. Oh, I can't stand him. Because I was like, so you saying that Mel was cool with you cheating, but you claim that she was so mad that she went to go get another man. I was like, it don't make sense. Child, something else we found out, but I'm gonna wait to get into that too, because I told y'all on that last review. If y'all listen past the 15-minute mark because y'all didn't like what I said about Mel and the whole Stormy thing. If y'all listen, I told y'all I felt that Trisha was fucking around with Martell when Martell was still with Melody, and I was completely right. Told y'all the bitch ain't shit. It's giving 304. It's giving 304 at your door. So Destiny lets us know, like, okay, so we got into it real bad, and then she just started going off. Yeah. And then after that, she was nice to me the whole time, which was weird. Destiny, you are such a fucking liar. And this is why I cannot fuck with you. Like, you sat on this trip. Mind you, you were not invited. You were not invited. Nobody wanted you here. Nobody asked for you to be here. Nobody did anything that would have made you think that your presence was wanted here besides Tisha. And like I told y'all, Tisha just wanted Destiny and Mel to run fades the whole damn trip. That's it. That's it. So for you to sit here and act like Mel being cordial to you was so weird when you made it a point to pull her aside and have all of these motherfucking apologies. I'm sorry, Mel. Mel, I apologize and I take accountability, Mel. Mel, can I please kiss your ass, Mel? Mel, can I please sit beside you and lick your feet, Mel? Mel, can I please smell your ass crack, Mel? Mel, can I please, Mel? Please, Mel, please. Like, it was giving hella that. Like, you were giving weirdo. Like, you the one who told Stormy to get up so you could sit right beside Melody. You did that. Why is it that every single time you're in front of Mel, you're trying to play it like you want this rejuvenated relationship? Y'all should be on a better accord. But when you get in front of Martell, you got to make it seem like you and Mel can't get along. Why is that? It almost makes me believe that you don't want to get Martell upset with you getting close to his ex-wife. Destiny is a whole fucking weirdo, y'all. Destiny is a whole fucking weirdo. Destiny is a whole weirdo. I was looking at that scene. I was like, wow. It's like, bitch is crazy. Bitch need a straight jacket. For you to do all of that ass kissing and then try to act like her being cordial to you was weird, when you literally pulled her to the side multiple times, apologized to her multiple times, told her you can understand her pain and about how it feels when a woman gets with your man and everything else like that. Like, you sorry for even bringing that up, bring it back up her pain. And then you get in front of Martell and just act like after you said what you said and she went off, that she just magically just got, just became nice with you. Like, Destiny, wrap it up, hang it up flat screen. Like, it's giving no. It's like, at the end of the day, I wouldn't, like, I put 2 pennies and a quarter that you put that puss on Martell. Mel pays Destiny dust and it drives Destiny crazy. And that's why I love that she does it. Continue to drive Destiny crazy. Destiny deserves dust. And that's why I used to call her Destiny. Like, that's why I used to call her Destiny, because, like, she don't deserve anything besides dust. She don't deserve anything besides that. And it's kind of weird how her and Martell has this unrelenting obsession with Mel. Like, I just don't understand that. Like, I don't. Now, let's continue. Martell brings up Trisha and how all the men was questioning him about Trisha. And Destiny says, well, Trisha was brought up too in St. Martin. Destiny asked Martell, so, like, what happened between the two of y'all? This man stumbled through all of that. Well, we had a little bit of, she came over and, We talked, then she left. Why is it so hard for you to say, no, she came over and then we talked and she left? It seems that it's something else that you want to say, but you're not saying, and it's for a reason. And I'm gonna say that in a second. So Destiny wants to know, when did all of this go down? She gets the answer from Martell. Martell lets us know that all of this went down when Martell and Mel was still together but separated, and he was doing his thing and Mel was doing her thing. And I'm saying, so by doing her thing, you mean when she moved out after she caught you cheating and got an apartment and you begged her to come back and then she moved back into the house. But so this happened during Trisha's marriage and during Martell's marriage. So not only was you a married woman, Trisha, but you was going to go fuck a married man. Go sit down, Michael. Now, I bet not hear you for the rest of the time being in this video. So, hey y'all, it seems like they are all trying to discredit Mel case with Tell. Yeah, it does seem like that. Please don't make their names rhyme like that. I'm already having enough time differentiating the names already. Please put a Martell in front of it. It's already bad enough that everybody on this damn show, like their name ends and begins with M's, and on top of that, like it's Tell, Nell, I can't. Let's make sure we separating the names, because Lord knows if I accidentally say somebody else's name in place, y'all gonna kill. Period. Millimeters are the only ones obsessed with Melody. Millimeters are the only ones obsessed with Mel. I don't know. I don't know if you're gonna enjoy your time here at the publicist, because they like, the millimeters like to attack people. You say one thing. But anyway, let's continue to move on. So at the end of the day, I'd rather you not play over here, because I really don't feel like windmilling today. And plus, I really want to get this video done in a timely fashion, because I'm here to let y'all know. I'll cuss y'all out. I will cuss y'all out. I will roast the shit out of you. I hurt your feelings. I'm nice, but I can be a real bitch. I ain't gonna lie. And I have no sympathy for it. So I'm letting y'all know beforehand, if you come at me crazy in the comments, I'm going to embarrass you, roast you, then block you, and then never hear from you again. And I won't think twice about it at all. Okay? I used to feel bad about having to roast some of y'all, because 2 years ago y'all tried it real bad between all of the content creators. But I let y'all slide because I was a nicer person then. I'm still nice, but I'm at this point where I just believe any one of y'all can get it. I'm not talking about you, the publicist, I know. But let me continue, child. So we find out that Trisha and Martell was seeing each other when Martell and Trish were both married. So like Trish at this point is giving it that pussy's for everybody. How long have you and how long have you and Marquez, another fucking M? I hate all of you M name people. Why is it? Why is everybody in Huntsville got the name with the M in it? Why? Why is that? Why do we have to add a nigga on the cast named Marquez? Didn't we have enough of Maurice, Martell, Melody? Like, why add somebody with an M in it again? Don't forget, we also had Mark. Damn, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of being tongue-tied with these fucking names, y'all. I'm tired of it. I'm tired. Shit. But anyway, so Trisha was out here fucking around on Marquez since 2017, 2016. Like, so you was already married, separated, but then fucking on March. Like, I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. And then you really, and this is what I was talking about. You had all of that mouth when it came to what Sonny was doing. Meanwhile, you going over to motherfuckers' houses, fucking on married men. Destiny eyes open as shit because she looking like, oh, so y'all were married when Trish came over to your house. So that must mean Trish came over to Mel's house. So Trish, you came over, so you were in Mel's house. You was in Mel's house. Trisha. Like the lack of taste, tact, class, and pussy security that you lack is insane to me. Like, for you to lie, talking about you went over there to help him work out. And so not only was you being a hoe on your husband, but you was hoeing with somebody else's husband on top of it. Like, it's giving that pussy need a name tag at this point. Hi, I'm Trisha's puss. Nice to meet you. You know, it's giving that at this point. I can't lie. I can't lie. I was highly. Where were the children? The children was probably in the room sleep. The children was probably in the room sleep, or they had just left and went over to Mel's apartment that she had rented. But needless to say, you was in Mel's house. But this lets you know how much Mel does not even give a fuck, because she didn't even question the time frame of this happening. Because at this point, regardless with anything that happened with Martell, I knew it was multiple bitches. So I don't care. I don't care when it happened, if it was now, if it was then, girl, I don't care. It's not bothering anything. You know, not with Miss Marlene. But like, and then also, y'all, we found out Destiny Company went to e-commerce, and she gonna be pumping out candles and body mist. What the fuck is body mist? Is that like perfume? What the fuck is body mist? Is that like that Victoria's Secret spray? Like, does anybody know what body mist is? Because I ain't never heard of that. And like, I just, Ken and Trish are boring. The kids are opening men coming over. They took quick to Ken. Trish, here's your clown face. Love it, laughing my ass off. I cannot with Destiny and Madani. Like, it's giving what? Like, and like, the thing about it is she just be lying, talking about, Madani closed down due to COVID. Baby, Madani closed down because nobody was shopping at that store and you couldn't pay the rent. Let's be clear. Mind you, you had like 3 or 4 employees that had exposed you online at the time for not paying them. And then didn't you also take out a PPP loan? Y'all, this show is draining. This is why I don't want to do this shit live, because when I do this shit for my pre-records, I can speed through this, add in effects and stuff like that to supplement my tire of the show, because I'm tired. I'm tired of a lot of reality shows, to be honest. I stopped reviewing not Love, but Real Housewives of Potomac too. I don't know if y'all realize that, but like, this shit is tiring. Like, bitches just be lying to your face. It's just the mere audacity of you whores on this show. It's just the audacity of you to come onto this show, a show that I created, knowing that you went over to my motherfucking house when I was married still and fucked my man. You know what? You know what? Fuck the family. You know what? I let the family in my house. You know what the fucking family did? The family fucked my husband. That's right. Trisha fucked my husband. Trish fucked my husband. Oh shit. Oh my God. That shit tickled me. I'm sorry, y'all. But like, yeah, Destiny let us know that she coming out with some spritz, body mist, and some motherfucking candles. I was who wants to smell like Destiny, y'all? Race, put a one in the air. What y'all think Destiny smells like? Not saying I think that she smells bad. Destiny don't look like she smells bad. But when I look at Destiny, I don't be like, oh, I bet Destiny smells good. Cause I wasn't thinking that when the mugshot came out. I was like, ooh, I wonder if Destiny smelled like, smell like jail iron. You know, the iron from the bars in the prison. Like, does that shit carry a smell with you? I heard that jails and jail homes carry a smell. You know, that's all I could think. I was like, I don't know why Destiny is still doing this Madani shit. I feel like maybe you should like go into something else, like maybe like real estate, get a real estate license, sell homes or something. But like you and beauty is not really giving what it needs to be gave. She wears that Japanese cherry blossom. Destiny smell like cream cheese. Y'all are disgusting. Cream cheese is insane. Especially because I love me a good cream cheese on a bagel. When like, look, at my last job, I used to get those Panera things, and with the cream cheese. You know, sometimes we used to be able to eat it, and that like they had that good strawberry and cream cheese. Spread that on that motherfucking bagel, bitch. You'll be good and set until your lunch break. Okay, don't play with no cream cheese. And not the Japanese cherry blossom. Not every hood bitch smell when her man coming over. That's crazy. I know Japanese cherry blossom very well. My cousins used to drown their ass in it. Okay, this is insane. So the next scene that we go to, y'all, we're in a scene. Maybe I'm out of order, but at this point, I don't give a fuck. So we're in the scene now with Maurice and Kimmy. So we see everybody having a conversation in different scenes about Maurice's DUI. Shit, Maurice is in a scene with Kimmy talking about the DUI. She asked him, hold on, y'all. I gotta leave and come back. Wait, I'll just calm down for this. So she leaves, not leaves, but she asks him, she says, so how are you? Like, how are you doing? He says, how are you doing? What the fuck do you mean? How am I doing, Maurice? At the end of the day, I ain't the motherfucker with a mugshot. I didn't get arrested for a DUI. You did. So don't ask me what the fuck I'm feeling. How are you feeling with your drunk ass? Hold on, y'all. I'm going to come back in. Give me a sip. Give me a sec. I'm coming in. Hold on, y'all. I'm on my way back. I'm just logging in. Hold on. Let me just leave the studio real quick. Well, hold on. I'll just close this out. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Oh shit, not the camera. Oh Lord. Is that better? Oh no, it's not. Hold on. Put it right here. Okay, here we are. We back. Y'all hear me? We good? Put a one in the chat if y'all good, if y'all can hear me before I continue. I don't know if y'all can tell. I'm a little okay, I can hear myself. So Maurice throws the question back at Kimmy. Is up here like, so how are you though? Motherfucker, she ain't the one who got a DUI. It was you. So what the hell you mean how she doing? How you doing? How you doing? It's like what? But y'all, all of that mumbo jumbo that Maurice was talking about like, oh, you know, one of the hardest things it was to do was to call you when all of this stuff happened and all that. All I could think about was, is it just me or does it seem that Kimmy didn't know where he was at during the night? I was like, so where are you at, Kimmy? How did you already think that he was in bed and went to work if he never came home? And when you said that he's not really forthright, is to me it sounded like you didn't know where the fuck he was at, where he was coming from, what he was doing, why he was even driving a car. So that was like really shocking to me. It was still giving she didn't know where he was and still has questions. And that's another thing. Y'all sitting here talking about, oh, we need to pull Ken and Good Coochie Trish to the side and talk about their love and who loves the other one more. Meanwhile, you don't even know where your nigga at night. How the fuck you where was you at? Another question, how did you think that he was in bed sleep unless you was not in bed sleep? So, like, you know, what's going on here? And since when do we be at work until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning? Good pussy, good pussy Trish. Good coochie Trish. They were out together that night at Black with FD. I'm saying, even if that was the case, how did she already think that he was in bed sleep if she went with him and they were at home together? How was he in bed if he wasn't even there? Maurice running Kimmy down over there. And I was like, not Maurice wearing the same damn jacket that he wore when Kimmy was in her cancer era. I was like, damn. I was like, is this a jacket that you break fucked up news to her in? Is this a jacket when you gotta like, you know, do some real fucked up shit? Tell her some fucked up shit. If she going through some fucked up shit, you gotta pull out that jacket. And I was like, this is the same jacket from the scene, wasn't it? When she told him that she could possibly have cancer. I said the same thing, like, man, how didn't you know where his big lemon head ass was? Like, that was so weird to me. I was like, now, me and my man, you know, y'all seen him walk behind me. I look, hold on, let me show y'all. Location. Our locations be on. So we know where the other one is at all times. If I'm not where I'm supposed to be, he can always ask me where the fuck I'm at. If he's not where he's supposed to be, I can always ask him where he's at. None of this shit made sense. How did you think that he was at home if he wasn't at home? You don't have his location? Trish got that snapping turtle. I need to hurry to get off of here. This is going left. However, all I can conclude from that scene, y'all, was that Maurice was probably cheating, fucking with some hoes at the strip club or something like that. And Kimmy was at home getting cheated on in peace. Now she wants to sit here and act like she didn't know that he was not in the bed sleep. Wait, so what is the story or explanation that they are going with? We didn't really get no story or explanation, Amber. They didn't really tell us any story. Like, he said that he couldn't really tell us anything because he will get prosecuted in the court of law. Everything that he says will be used against him. So he's not dumb enough to make that decision because he is a quote unquote attorney. But the weird thing about it is that Kimmy didn't know where he was at. Kimmy thought that he was in bed sleep. I was like, ain't no damn way you thought he was in bed sleep, Kimmy, because we know damn well, especially if y'all go clubbing together, that as soon as you get home and finish your chemotherapy, he wants you to unclothe and open your legs, from what we heard. So if he wasn't in your cooch, you know damn well he was in somebody, so you couldn't have thought he was at home. Well, it doesn't matter now since it was dismissed. I don't know if it was dismissed or not. Was the DUI dismissed? Also, y'all, quick question. If I drop the link, will some of y'all come up here and tell me what y'all think? This is StreamYard, so this, like, the connection will be secure. I just want to know, if I drop this link, will somebody come up? Because I ain't heard from y'all in a minute. I want to know what y'all got to think about this. Let me do my invite, because I want to hear what y'all got to say. Because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I'm pooped. Also, maybe y'all have some questions for me. Okay. So I'm dropping a link in the chat. It's been a minute since I did that. Let me pin it. Hopefully one of y'all can come up and talk to me. I ain't gonna bite. According to these YT streets, okay. Well, hey. Y'all listen. When it came to this scene, I felt a little bit, oh, we got somebody. Hold on. Wait a minute.
I look crazy with my bonnet on, but
hey Amber, how are you?
Good. Let me turn my camera off now.
So what you thinking? Oh wait, we got Tracy here too. Hey Tracy.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you well.
Okay.
So which one of y'all want to go first?
Oh, I can go first.
Okay, go ahead, Amber.
It's the Destiny situation really bothers me because I don't know if like you watch, like, read like comments on Twitter or on social media or
I do. I brought that up in one of my reviews. I was saying it's kind of weird to me how everybody on Twitter be kind of like having sympathy for that. You know, YouTube and Twitter are like two different places.
Yeah.
Twitter does not like Mel. Twitter loves Destiny.
And I just feel like, I don't know, maybe because I watched all the seasons and I don't know where people have really started picking up watching the show. They might have just started watching this season, but I just don't understand how Martell gets all these passes and excuses and how they're so like willing to like understand his point of view and listen and hear him out. But Mel is like, oh, she's so fake. Oh, she's so bitter. Oh, she's so this and that. Knowing everything that happened in previous seasons, knowing how Martell has moved, knowing what Martell has continuously said season after season about these people. Like Destiny, he insinuated that your son was his. He's pushed the narrative that y'all have slept.
Like, listen, like Amber, I have made that a point to say, I've been saying that since last year. That's not his first time doing this. Mm-hmm. That's not his first time flirting with her. That's not his first time alluding to being the father of her child. Like, and all she does is smile and look nervous, like, Like you don't like if you want Mel to clear your name, you should be holding Martell accountable and saying you need to stop saying this shit.
Yep.
But the thing about it is she ain't gonna say that because she knows Martell gonna expose her for fucking him.
That's what I feel like. I feel like there's no way that I like, okay. I feel like Destiny and Martell have slept together or something has happened because it just doesn't make sense to flip. Like, you're mad at Mel because in her words, oh, you kind of ruined my business. What business, Destiny? Madani had just started. Like, it's not like you were like on this up and up on some stormy steel like business venture and it all came crumbling down. It was just getting started. You were doing a reopening by the time you and Mel have fallen out. So that's not an excuse as why you didn't really want to bang with Mel anymore. You have this big issue with Mel. It's given like you're jealous, you wanted to be here. And I love Mel. So I know people might say, oh, you're a Millimeter. So of course you're gonna think everybody jealous of Mel. But no, I just feel like the proof is in the pudding. Destiny had no reason to go against Mel for no reason at all. You started moving funny. You started aligning yourself with Martell, and you were the closest to Mel, knowing what Mel was going through in Martell. So it was weird. And we're going to get on Nell too, because Nell's another one. But you continuously aligned yourself with Martell, then fell out with Mel, then wanted to be nasty, mention Mel's mama at your reopening, mention how now that she was now working with the harlot. How could you possibly think that you and Mel would have a path forward, given how you're moving and the things that you're saying? It doesn't make sense, Destiny. It doesn't make sense
at all. I'm looking up either the video I did with Scotty by Nature, because I did the who is wrong with him. I'm looking for that video because I want to pull up what I said, because I said all of this. Literally, I said all of this shit.
Yeah, she just wants, like, the only explanation is that she just either wants to be Mel, is jealous of her success, because she even mentioned like, oh, the village thing, and that was another reason, like, oh, I felt like you were my village, and like you, I guess, abandoned her or something like that at her when Melody had that music video party, and Destiny decided to make it about her and pull Mel to the side of her own party to be like, oh, I need a village, I need you to be my village. And I just felt like this girl is literally fighting for custody of her 4 children with this man that you want to cuddle up next to so badly, Destiny, but you want to talk about a village. Like, I understand why Mel was like, I'm not talking to you about this. And then not even a few weeks later, you're at a reunion with Tisha talking about some, oh yeah, Mel's on that Scorpio stuff, like whispering with Tisha, like, you were moving funny. Anybody would want to distance themselves. In real life, if I had a friend who was trying to have that kind of conversation with me on camera on a night to celebrate me, and then I see her talking to people who I've fallen out with, and then get on stage and be like, I don't know where my friendship is at with Amber. Well, let me make it the mind up for you. Nowhere.
And so what did you think about the whole Trish and Martell thing?
Disgusting. I didn't even think about the house situation. You put me on that, because I was like, wait.
Did you watch my last review?
I did. No, I must not have. Did you sit in the last review too?
Yeah, hold on. I can't really find the Scotty by Nature thing, but give me a second. I'm about to pull up, because I've been saying all of this shit. I said all of this. I said it all. I literally said it all.
Crazy, but that makes so much sense, because yeah, where else would she have? She said went to his house. What other house would it have been if it's given the timeline? That would have been Mel and Martell's house. The house that Mel is in now, right?
Right.
That is so nasty. Like, trip. I can't. And then it makes me even more upset that they even went on that trip that Mel was throwing for them and talked about that. Knowing doggone while you was up in that woman's house. Like, Trisha, you are so foul. That's why I can never see it for that girl. Like, I can never see it for Trisha, because she wants to act like Sunny's so low down and dirty. How could you do that to your friend? Look what you do to married women. Like, how are you any better? You're worse, because at least Sunny's up here owning, being like, yeah, I got with him. The timeline don't matter. Like, Sunny's trifling too, but her stuff is being put out the table and she's not hiding from it. Trisha, you have told 3 different stories to 3 different people about what happened that night. And the only reason why you were like forced to kind of tell the truth, and I say kind of because I still don't feel like she's telling the truth. They definitely slept together. Is because
Hold on.
Martell exposed you.
Hold on. It's right here. Let me share this real fast. Oh, I'm bringing you on Uniboo as well. Give me a second. I'm about to present something. Because a lot of people probably didn't even like look at the whole review that I did because I didn't like what I said at the beginning, which is an ongoing thing. And then the weird that Trish said was that, well, Mel did it. First of all, you don't even know Mel for you to even be saying that, Trish. Like, what gives you the damn right to be like, well, Mel did it? Last time I remember, Mel did not bring no other around her kids. Mel did not move in with a whole nother and basically make this the pseudo father to her children. She did not do that, but you did. Last time I checked, Mel was not juggling a husband, side, and Martell all at once. That was you, sis. So how about you keep Mel's relationship out of your mouth? Because at the end of the day, you don't even know her like that. And at the end of the day, you're a liar because Martell told us that you did not come over to his house for no damn workout plan and that he don't need no woman to tell him how to work out, which I do believe him because Martell is ripped. What the hell was you going to help him work on? We the people want to know, since you got so much mouth and shoulders. But moving on. So now we're in the scene with Letitia, and I said it somewhere in here. I had broke down. I was like, this shit had either happened like while you were still with your husband, and if it happened when you were still with your husband, that means that Mel and Martell was still together.
Yep. Yeah. That's why she didn't want to give a timeline, because she knew that it would have came out that happened. Because it was only like, yeah, it would have came out that either she's cheating on Ken, because she said the timeline, her and Ken been official since what, like 2020 or something like that, or she was messing around with the married man, which is worse, the married man. So that's why she tried to tell that weird timeline. But I'll let the other people go. I'll go on mute.
All right. Which one of y'all want to go next, Uniboo or Tracy?
Can I go?
Go ahead.
Let me just say this. I stopped watching the show for a little bit. And then the only reason I really started back watching it is because of you, Jeremy, and Scotty, and actually giving you the real tea. I was like, well, let me just start watching it again so I know when I'm watching y'all videos what y'all talking about.
I love my friends, but I really hate when y'all lump us all in together because we all have very different opinions. But when y'all do that, they just assume that we all share the same sentiments. And I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I don't have a huge fan base like Scotty and T to fight for me, and I have to fight for myself right now. So, when motherfuckers in the comment section acting up, they fans be cussing out the people. I ain't got nobody to cuss y'all out except for me. If y'all get cutting up in the comments, I just the opinions and thoughts of T and Scotty are not aligned or a reflection of my own individual opinion.
Oh yes, please put a disclaimer on it because but I like watching because y'all do have different opinions. So I try not to watch one person because sometimes you get one like idea and be like, oh, you know what, I didn't think about it like that, which I find myself aligning like with a lot what you said because you just give it to everybody and it's no bias. So I do appreciate that. But I will say this because I'm a woman of a certain age and I'm probably uh this cast is weird. I don't know where Carlos finds these people. I have yet, and I'm not a millimeter. I'm not nobody stand on the show. I just look at it, and if you're wrong, you're wrong. You're right, you're right. But these are. I would never be friends with none of these people if given the opportunity. They're all weird. I've never seen nothing like it. Trisha's weird with her her lying self. We already know, we know since season one, Martell is a dog. I can't stand him. I don't even see how people think he's attractive anymore. The stuff he pulled with Melody, that attractiveness been went away. He's disgusting. That's all I see. Marcel was a dog too, okay? Right along with Martell, and so is Maurice. They just not stupid enough to get caught. Let's just put it like this. I don't even know why Maurice and Kimmy is still around. They have no storyline. Like this is just ridiculous. And Nell and they need Nell. She need to not worry about Melody and stuff like that, and worry about the stuff she got going on in her household and how she took Chris from another woman. To me, that's the real story. That's the storyline that they need to play out. And Marquez, oh God, I cringe when he comes up on the screen. He's horrible. Uh,
Yeah, I
yeah,
agree.
he's horrible. And that last episode with him sitting there fake crying at the table and stuff like that. But the real fakest thing was they're still not divorced.
What?
And no, they're still not divorced. And the thing is,
But like, I thought she signed the documentation.
when you most of the time, depending on the state, but for Alabama, when he slid the paper to her, that was just a made up scene. When he slid the paper to her, he said it has to be signed and notarized. You have to sign in front of a notary. She just signed the paper.
Mm.
Now, then maybe later on, after the fact, they got more different papers and went in front of the notary and signed it. But from what I think was coming out, he keeps adding more stuff or trying to be more difficult. So the divorce isn't fully signed. I think now he want custody and child support because he wants custody. Like he's just prolonging it and prolonging it and prolonging it. And didn't somebody say that I think him and Ken did get into it. I think they were the ones who got into it for the black event. Somebody said they got into it out there. I don't
What
know.
block is it?
The Marceau and Tisha's restaurant, if it's called Black or whatever it is, they had something, and somebody said those it was some kind of fight that broke out, and it was them two that I guess was arguing. It wasn't no video or anything like that, but they said they did get into it before.
Hmm.
But yeah, those that divorce paper needed to be signed in front of a notary.
Gotcha. So it was like made up.
Yeah, basically, like, okay, well, outside the papers, and he said it, it just has to be notarized. You have to do that in front of a notary.
So why did they so they agreed to do the scene together, but it seemed that like he was really bothered by Ken being there. So why would he agree to do something for her?
I think they all lying. I think they all lying. I think Ken really likes Trish more than she like him. I will agree with when Maurice said that on the last episode. I think his feelings is a little bit more involved. I think that he Trish don't really want to get married again. I think she need to say that. Not saying that she don't love Ken, but I don't think she's eager to get married again no time soon. She do need to tell him that.
I want to say I don't think it's a problem when a man loves a woman more than the woman loves him. I feel like
I don't think
oftentimes, yeah, I feel like the if you do that, it always keeps the nigga on their feet.
I'm not saying that's a problem. I'm saying in this instance, she knows she don't really want to get married. Because when he be bringing up marriage, she be making facial expressions. I'll be catching them.
What type of facial expressions?
Like, okay, uh, all right. Like, I know she keep like, okay. Like, you can break up the marriage, but that's not where my head is. I don't think,
So do
I
y'all?
think.
So do you think
Go
that
ahead. I'm
like
sorry.
they're in like a polyamorous relationship that like they all dating each other or something? Is that what we're like you're getting at?
Oh no, 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 no. I just don't think she want to be married.
Okay.
Yeah, I just don't think she want to be married. But Ken has brought up, oh, you need to hurry up and get a divorce so we can get married. She needs to tell him, I don't really want to get married right now. Not saying she ever do, but I don't think she wants to right now.
Yeah, because Ken for some reason doesn't want to live in sin, although he wants to fuck married women. That's crazy.
Well, there's that too. There's that too. I don't know.
He just did an interview with Millie Chon, I think. And like he wasn't making like any sense about anything. He was like, I don't go after married women, but I did date somebody in the past who was separated from her husband as well. And the husband used to live upstairs and she used to live downstairs. So this is not like his first round at this.
Yeah, he did say that on I think the episode where the fellas had got together and they was all standing around talking. He said he didn't go into detail, but he said I dated a married woman before. So this sounds like this is his MO. This is like why you keep just dating married women.
Maybe he just like married, maybe he like just married, maybe married women coochies like feel better. Maybe it got more hurt in it or something. Like, the more marriage hurt, the wetter it gets for another nigga. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know at this point. But that's all I came because I gotta go. But I did want to just come up here and jump on there and say these all of them is weird. This whole cast is a bunch of weirdos. I never seen nothing like this.
Right. I feel you. So what about you, Unibu? What you gotta say?
Hi, Jeremy. Hi, everybody. Usually in the bushes, but you know, since you dropped the link, my opinion is simple. So I'm gonna start with Dusty. Destiny. Destiny. Um, I think she have a forever victim mentality. I don't think she have the I would call it like the drive to actually like get her stuff together and get her company Madani together. She give me like a gimme girl, like she want handout. It's like a charity case. She friend with people who have money and she expect them to give her money or hand out stuff for her to get like Stormy. She was like, well, why didn't you give me your product to put in my store? And I'm like, that's not how business work. I'm not giving you product for free. I need a return because that's still money. So I don't think she have the drive or the passion to actually get her stuff together. And she could have really dive in to her own life, even if she can't talk about Loberic. She can talk about so many things: divorce, life after divorce, single motherhood, like trying to get a business started from the ground. So many things she can talk about. Instead, she's focused about Melanie, what her life is, and Martell. And it's like, I'm sick and tired of listening to you and Melanie. The ship is gone. The door is closed, in the word of Nini. The doors is shut down, locked, and bolted. Move on. And it's so frustrating because it's like on the trip you was kissing her ass and on the confessional you gangster Billy badass. Like which one is it?
Another thing I also wanted to ask you about this as well. So I was on social media and I was saying like a lot of people be upset that Mel brought up that her grandmother passed away in a drunk driving accident. So like how do you feel about like how the audience on Twitter reacted to Mel talking about her experience with DUI in connection to Maurice? Like how do you feel about that?
I think well, first of all, I think Twitter don't like Melanie, it's obvious, but I feel like, it's her story. It's her um opinion. It's her point of view. Each and us have our own point of view. So if she's talking about her point of view, I understand why people because when you think about it, drunk driving is bad. I don't have respect for people who drunk get behind the wheel and drive under the influence because I know someone who hurt because of drunk driving. So I have no respect for that
Yeah, and
person.
I was like really weirded out about that as well. Cause like if you don't know, like I had a really close friend of mine. He ended up passing in 2022 because he got hit by a drunk driver. Him and three other occupants in the vehicle passed along with him. So all at the
Right.
hands of somebody drunk driving on the wrong side of the road. So I didn't understand why people felt that type of way that she said that.
Then that's why I'm saying, I'm like, regardless if you don't like the woman or not, the point is still like you're not supposed to be behind the wheel, drunk. That's the main point. There's people life that have been alternate and forever grieving about people they lost. Some people go to depression. Some people never find themselves after that. So it's like, I don't have no sympathy for Maurice. You know better. And the thing is, after that, he went back to black. I think won a party and he was drinking again. So it's like there's no remorse. That's why I don't feel any type of ways for him. And it's like you didn't learn from the first mistake and you went back and drinking and posting and people making fun of it. It's not a fun or funny or comedian thing. It's something serious. So it's like you didn't learn from your mistake. So I don't care what people feel on Twitter because it's like unless you've been through it, shut up. That's my point of view
Okay,
when it
and
comes to that.
I do have another question. So, in the scene with Kimmy and Maurice, Kimmy didn't really seem as if that she knew where he was at the time. What did you think about that? Like, how can you explain from your point of view how somebody can be married to somebody and assume that they're in their bed sleep, but not know if they're in the house or not? Like how does that work? What do you think?
In my opinion, alcohol BS because they were at the party with fucking Deneva. There was a party going down on Huntsville. All of them was at the party. So where were Maurice going? Why didn't he go home? Because when he got arrested, was it 20 minutes away from his house? Like where did he go? That's my point of view. My point of view is like you with your wife. If drink a little bit, be like, hey babe, take me home. Where you going? So when you say, well, I thought you were asleep, no, you know when your husband is in bed sleeping, that's your husband. You've been married for him for a couple years or more. You've been dating him for 7 years before, you marry him. So you should know your man. I call BS. I feel like it's like a story they're trying to spin because they don't want to tell the truth. That's my opinion. Because even
Mm.
if my husband, my boyfriend, if he don't come, if I don't see him tonight, listen, I'm gonna start calling. Hello, where are you? I know where you at. I'm gonna call your mom and your whole family. He's not home. Send Amber Alert. I'm gonna know where you at. Especially if we both was at the party, we both going home together. And if you been
Mhm.
drinking at the party and I'm not, I'll be like, let's catch a Uber. Leave the car here. We'll come get the car later.
Like why didn't
That's
he,
what I call BS.
and then why didn't he call her to come and pick him up?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I say I call BS. I just feel like it's a way to spin the story. I mean, at least they finally talking about themselves, not everybody else on the show. They finally have some kind of storyline, without her libido. So we thank God for that. We can talk about something else, something we can have more conversation about, But I just call it BS because ain't no way you're not gonna know where your husband at.
Right.
Cause I
Oh,
keep tab on mine.
another thing I wanted to talk about. So in the scene with Trisha and Ken that we saw, because I think that was the last scene I needed to go over. Like they're talking about like the whole graduation and how things like got awkward between Ken and Marquez. And another thing they brought up was that Marquez thanked Ken for being there, and Ken felt very disrespected by that. Like, why you thinking me like I ain't there? Like he acting like he they real daddy. Like he been around them since they came out the womb. Not only that, Trisha also said that she had to give him gas money to get there. And I ain't gonna lie, in the photos that they showed us, Marquez looked like he just came off from a bus stop. Straight into the graduation. That man didn't have a lick of a collared shirt on and anything.
um, with the Ken Tuition Marquez thing, there's three. This you know how they say the three sides to the story. There's five sides to the story. I think there's Ken side, Trish side, Marcus, and there's the truth. I think somewhere along there's the truth. I think Ken personally for me. I think Ken should kind of like back up a little bit and let if Marquez making an effort
Mm-hmm.
to be a father to his kids, even though he left the home after he said Ken put a papa on him. But I feel like you should back up a little bit and let Marquez, kind of like assume his role or trying to be in the kids, because that's not your kid. Like, he have a habit of dating married women with kids. Because his last daughter, that's not his biological kid
Yeah.
daughter.
Like
So back up.
if I'm not mistaken, Bluebell said that he likes ready-made families. And in the Millie Chan music, not music video trial, but the Millie Chan interview that Ken did,
Yeah,
he said that he acquired more children. Like, acquired is a crazy word.
right.
Like,
Maybe he can't have kids and that's his way of making his own family. That could be possible. But the thing is, it's like, it's a thank you for your services. That I appreciate you coming in and helping me out. But if the father wants to be in the kid's life, let the biological father, let him step and let him do his job that he's supposed to do. Like, stop trying to, they feel like he's got this good guy complex. Like, look at me. I'm taking care of the kids. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. It's like, okay, you want a cookie? Like, the kids have the father. Like with me, like, I have kids. If the kid father or my kid's father, if he's stepping up, let him step up. When I date, I was like, I don't need a father for my kids. I already have a father for my kids. And if he's doing what he needs to do, I'm letting him stepping up. I'm gonna hold him accountable. I don't need another man to come in trying to take the rent and be, oh, I'm this good. Thank you for your services. But if the kids have a father, let the father handle it. And you pick up, wherever you need to pick up. I'm always like, I appreciate, people for stepping up, stepfather and stepmother. I appreciate them, but sometimes if the biological parent want to step up, let them step up. You don't need to. It's like he wants a badge of honor for doing the quote unquote good thing. And I think Trish, and the thing with me and Trish is, well, not with me. The thing with Trish is, I need you to be more vocal because you've real tight lips about certain things. Be more vocal. She should have set up a boundaries even from before. Because
yeah,
I will never bring another man to my house
yeah,
if we're not dating.
it's very strange how Trisha is so vocal about what happened between Sonny.
And
Babe,
and Moses, but she's tight lipped about her own personal thing. It's like, ma'am, you can't talk. That's why I didn't get. I was like, I mean, Sunny is trifling. That's cool, but at the end of the day, it's like, when it comes to like Moses and Destiny, they broke up. This is how I feel. We all did somebody else. We all have exes. So if my exes decide to date somebody else, I'm gonna be like forever victim. No, like, if you said you left him in August. Y'all haven't talked for 5 months. And that's why I was like, someone is lying. So if you haven't seen him for a whole year, you broke up with him. So what's the issue? Why you suppress about a man? He married her, he didn't marry you. Like, I would never get on TV and embarrass myself like that. I don't
mm,
cry over exes. You're ex for a reason. Especially if I left you. I'm
yeah.
moving on like Maya.
And it's crazy that you said that she's very tight-lipped about her own business, but she didn't have no problem speaking up when it came to the Sunny and Destiny situation. Meanwhile, we just found out in this scene that, like with Martell and Destiny, that Trisha had went over to Martell's house when Mel and Martell was still married.
Right, because if you look at the timeline, it's like, what, 5 years? It's like around 5 years. 5 years. Wait, Melanie divorced Martel like for 4 years now. So there was still, limboing. That's why I don't understand. I was like, you can't talk about this. Is the thing. You talking about two exes. One ex move on and marry somebody else. Granted, that was a producer, but the man chose this woman to build with, right? Yet and still, you're still married till today. You move in somebody else's husband, somebody's material marriage house, and then you have a side boyfriend on the side that's taking care of your kids. You have no room to talk. If I was me, I would keep quiet. I don't want to be in your business. Don't get in my business, because if you're sweep your own front yard. That's why I'm like, you shouldn't be talking. Like, you're so passionate about this. Or she did the ultimate betray. You still married, sweetheart, with a side boyfriend and a fuck buddy that used to marry the person that invites you to a trip.
Okay, so what did you think about the whole Mel and Nell thing?
I'd still think Nell moved funny to me. She be moving funny to me because I feel like this is the thing. She handled Martha with cane glove. It pisses me off when she was like, I don't like to see black men go to jail. I was like, if he deserved to go to jail, then he go to jail. I don't put a race or a color on people. If you do something wrong, justice will be served. And if justice is you go to jail, then you go to jail. So nobody going to simplify the fact that this harlot, that's what I call Martin.
Harley?
Yes, this harlot, that's what I call him. Narcissistic bastard, raggedy bald head. Went
Wait,
and
wait,
trying to
wait,
take
wait,
4 kids.
wait a minute.
Wait,
Wait a
not
minute.
you.
Wait a minute. I felt hit by that
Yeah,
too.
you catch her straight, my bad, but not specific you, but this specific bald head named Martell. I feel like there's not enough accountability that people trying to hold him, but they want Melanie to take accountability. It's like she don't bother people. She don't call you. She don't bother people. Who keep bringing people? Who keep bringing people to jail? Who keep filing lawsuit? Who keep doing it? The dude went and filed a new lawsuit because he saw her TikTok in California and got mad.
Speak on it.
And then create a whole bunch of lies talking about like, oh, the kids saw her kissing Jason. I'm like, first of all, you're not supposed to have contact with her. You're not supposed to use the kids to get contact with her. So how did you acquire this information? Illegally? Did you break your probation? Like, I feel like it's like they handle Martell. I feel like Martell probably have something on her and she's not trying to rock the boat. And when she was like, well, you know how I feel about you. I don't know because you hang out with the ops. You are taking my ex-husband, you know, side. You trying to hold me accountable to something that I'm not doing. You was like, oh, you both toxic. I'm not the one that toxic because I'm not the one that constantly talking about like, did you actually cheated? She cheated. Did you ask if she cheated? You're supposed to take my side. A grown ass man. You did something wrong. Just handle your business. Like you dragging your kids from home to home, pillow to post. You don't even have a stable job. You can't even pass an open book test. You worrying about what she's doing? Handle your business. You a man, right? If you met her, you there's just like it was like, oh, what the name Rogers did? She did everything with the name Hope. Yeah, and she took her name back, and Hope have not accomplished not one thing. You have not give your name any meaning. The only thing well about Hope is the fact that you're a bum. So if I was there, I would be like, listen, if we're gonna play neutral, I'll be like, I'm not answering no question. That's their business. I'm here for me. This is what I'm doing. This is my business. This is what I'm accomplishing. This is what I plan to do. Do not ask me about Mel. That's her business. I don't know. I'm not discussing her because that's her business. Let her tell her own story. That's how you move. If I'm friend with somebody, I'll be like, don't ask me about her. I'm not talking to especially I'm not talking about to other people about her business. I'm not being like, and the way I'm set up, it's not like I'm like I'm for my sisters. I must know that when it comes to right and wrong. But if I'm with someone and I know your husband is a piece of shit, I'm not gonna be buddy and be like, oh well, he's such a good man. He's not. I'm very straightforward. And when it says stay neutral, I think a certain time you're gonna have to pick a side because if someone is trying to put revenge P on someone that I'm close with, like I'll be like, no, I'm choosing this side because that's wrong is wrong, right is right. And I feel like Nell slowly I'm side-eyeing her because she's like she twerk on the fence, she flip-flop. 1 minute she said this, 1 minute and the fact that it's like if you feel some type of you could tell her to her face, but no, you in the this one, all the confession against us. That's why I'm like, if you feel that way, you should tell her right there and there, and you can squash it. But no, you keep on mute, and then on
I
the
I,
confessional,
I
you rah
said
rah rah.
I said that earlier. I was like, why not just say that to her? Why did you wait until you got into a scene with you and your husband while y'all doing the cha-cha slide, talking about all of the reasons why you were mentoring Nell and how you were hurt that she tried to minimize that? You could
Man,
have
I
said all
would be tell her like straight up, like if I have a friend, if someone says something and I don't agree, I'll be like, no, actually I don't agree, and this is the reason why I don't agree with. I don't go behind people back and talk shit. Like if I'm in front of you, you will hear my mouth. Sorry it hurt your feelings though, but you're gonna hear my mouth. Truth,
that.
truth will set me free, and I want to be a free woman. I don't want to be bound by lies. I'm
What
telling you
about
the truth,
marriage?
and I'm gonna tell you the truth, and I'm gonna move on. If we're gonna still be friends, that's cool. If we're not, we're not. But I'm not sugarcoating anything for you. And this is why I don't talk too much. I keep quiet. Because if you ask me a question, you ask me for honesty, I'm gonna give you honesty. You might not like my honesty, but I'm gonna give it to you because you asked. So as friend, it's like tell her how you feel. Don't go in the confessional and then trying to be beady badass. And that's why when it comes to reunion, it's like if we squash something and then reunion I see you talking mad crap about me, then I'm gonna feel some type of way that we're gonna have to rehash it again. That's why people can never move on that show, because it's like we're not telling people how we feel, we just save it for the confessional so we can be spicy. And it's that's how I feel. I think Mel is, I'm sorry, I am Mel. I was like, I don't trust you because you very flip flop. Like Stormy says, stay where you stand. That's how I feel. But
Speaking of like,
you piss me off.
speaking of that, speaking of that. So last episode, I reviewed the show, and I was with the thought that Mel should have said something. I didn't agree with Mel being 100% just shut down and silent. Now, am I saying that I believe Mel should have like spoke up and tried to defend, Stormy from the fandom? I'm not saying that. But I'm saying if you feel that these motherfuckers have done something to you to where they deserve to get their ass ate up and you don't need to intervene on their behalf, why not just say that? Why not just
Because see,
say, go ahead?
go. Oh, my bad.
No, go
I
ahead.
will let you finish. Oh, okay. I think in this scene, this is the reason. Well, I'm gonna speak personally why I feel like she probably didn't, because it's like we're not cool.
But
Because
why not just
way
say we
before
not
that,
cool?
well, that's the question. She might not say that. She want to stay quiet because maybe she don't want to say something she might regret, or she just want to keep quiet. That's her. But like they're not really cool, because it's like way before that, your mom was on them Facebook group talking cash money about me, my kids, my mother, like all the evil comments. Like I don't have to say nothing to you. I don't have to defend you. That's me personally. Like if I'm cool with somebody and I find out your mom can't stand my gut and you know about it, but you still smiling in my face, like it's up and it's stuck. I don't give a damn. I whatever happened to you, that's what happened to you. That's me personally. So I feel like she feel like all y'all parents and family member come for me and my kids. I don't cry about it. I take it up to the chin. That's what I sign up for.
True. I can understand that.
So why you guys are crying to me because my fan, dragging y'all on social media?
Can I jump in and give what I think it is? Why she
Sure.
didn't say anything?
Okay, go ahead.
I think that this whole season, and I could be wrong, I think this whole season has had the narrative of millimeters. Like it started off from the first episode, which I thought was very odd because this was the first time, like millimeters have been around for many seasons. This is the first season that they were called out by name. Like each scene, they went to every scene. Oh, the millimeters don't like me, because it started off with Mel having that show with Carlos, right? And the millimeters came, it was sold out. Carlos had some type of tour. I don't know if he still has it, but the rest of the cast didn't come, right? And their reasoning for not coming was, oh, the millimeters don't like us and they're really mean to us, and this is that was the narrative that would start from episode 1. if Mel were to speak up and be like, oh yeah, I will tell my fans that they shouldn't do that, it would literally be Mel saying, yeah, they were right all season. The millimeters are the reason why you guys are getting all this hate and all this backlash. They're the reason why they're behind your businesses being attacked. And why should Mel, first of all, I don't know if it's the millimeters that are the reasons why these things are happening to the rest of the cast members. I'm still not convinced of that. I think that these people are just not likable people. I think that how they have treated Mel and gone up for Martell has been very off-putting, especially we're on OWN. This isn't MTV or VH1. This is the Oprah Winfrey Network. These are middle-aged and grown women, probably single or divorced women watching these shows. Now, I'm not going to out myself. I'm 31. I've never been married or divorced, but the demographics, right? That's the demographics that we're talking about. So why they are confused as to why the fans would not like them and like what they stand for and how they move, to me is them being delusional, Stormy included, because Stormy, you got on this show through Mel, and then it came out that you knew Ariane, right, or had some dealings with her. The fans exposed that offline because, as we know, a lot of the stuff that happens doesn't even happen on the show. It happens off the show. And everybody's acting like these things that happen off the show aren't happening, and that they come on the show to those who only watch the show and try to spin a different narrative. And Mel is not with the ish, I guess I could say.
But like my thing is this. So why not just expose the things that they're doing behind the scenes that are making you feel the way that you feel? And I just want to reiterate that when Stormy had brought it up, she made it a point to say, I don't think that you should have to take responsibility for anything that fans are doing. That's not your responsibility. And I know that you can't control them. Stormy made it a point to say that. And I don't think that people are remembering that. And I don't know if they're trying to conflate two things. Stormy just asked, like, but do you agree with what's going on? Like, where do you stand in that?
But don't you think by her saying that would have been like, okay, an admission of guilt?
No,
like,
because I'm saying, like, because to me, if I was to say, well, I don't have any control over the fans, I don't agree with people doing all of that stuff, but I can't stop anybody from doing anything. That has nothing to do with me. To me, just saying something would have been better than just saying nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we're going to Uniboo said earlier, if we're just going to skate around shit that we actually want to say to somebody, because let's not act like when the cameras go off and social media comes on, motherfuckers are not doing IG lives exposing each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying if we could do it on live, why not bring all of the shit that y'all have to say on these IG lives into the show? And that will give more brevity onto why you feel the way that you feel.
Yeah. Did you watch Latrice's interview with Carlos and Destiny?
I watched the piece that I know that you're talking about. Yes.
I think that basically you're right. That's what Mel should have said. Mel should have said what Latrice said. Basically, like, y'all attack me all the time. Y'all don't say nothing. So I'm not saying nothing for y'all. But I think like Mel is just
over it.
Yeah, I think she's just over it. And she's
so my and this is my thing, because this is where I feel like it's a disconnect between the fans who like to watch my reviews and my actual personality. I don't care personally about any of these people. I'm just reviewing a show that I'm seeing, meaning that anybody that I see on the show, if I feel a deference on how I would react to something versus how they will react, I'm going to state my opinion on it. And do I think that Mel needs to speak up on behalf of the people on the show to stop the fans from doing stuff to them? Absolutely not. However, I would have been like, I don't have any connection to that. Like, I can't incite or start or do anything, and I don't agree with anything. But what's happening between you and people who are fans of the show has nothing to do with me. Like, just the same way I have to deal with people who don't like me on the show, you're gonna have to deal with people who don't like you on the show. Like, I'm saying, to me, saying that would have been better than just being like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Now, was this before or after the Trisha conversation?
This was before
That
the
was
Trisha
before.
I
conversation.
was gonna say,
The
okay.
Trisha conversation came after Mel kind of deaded that conversation. Tisha was like, "Oh no, motherfucker, we about to fuck you up again." Trisha, wasn't you fucking Martell? Like that's how
I
that
think she
went
was.
in
Yeah,
my
I think she was
my
just
head. That's how it
exhausted.
went.
Yeah, I think she was exhausted by these girls. Like she was just like, if it's not one thing, it's another with one of y'all. And but what I will say though, like Stormy came with a lot of energy, but it's just like, why did you wait until? I don't know. Stormy got on my nerves with that look too.
I also want to say this. It was not Stormy who started that conversation. It was
It was
Nell.
Nell. Like
It
I
was
told
Okay.
you,
Nell.
I side
It
eye
was
her all
Nell.
the time.
Nell came out. Nell came out of nowhere with that conversation. She said, "Mel, I just want to apologize to you, because at the end of the day, I was upset about those fans coming at me, and I know that that's not any of your responsibility because like those are those are your fans, and at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do so like they can support you." That's what she said, and then it went into Stormy bringing it up, saying like, well, because of it wasn't just Stormy, it was also Tisha. Tisha and
Yeah.
Stormy chimed in. And then Stormy had said, I don't expect you to take responsibility and I don't put anything on you that these people are doing because I know you can't control people. But I just want to know, where do you stand in all of this? Do you agree with what they're doing?
But
Like, and then
Jeremy, how she came in, that part, cool. But before her energy, because how she said it was like harassing communications. It's how
Oh
you come
yeah.
to me, like it's how you approach me in a conversation. Like if you want me to take some accountability or like understand you, you gotta come correct. Like, and how she came, because the reason why she mentioned harassing communications is because of Melody's revenge P thing. Like, girl, like I would have called her, Melly's different from me, but that would have put me on defense and I'd have been like, F what you going through. How dare you bring up me and this man exposing me, like my ex-husband who I'm literally in court with right now, dealing with this revenge P case, and try to equate it to somebody coming up to your store and wanted me to take accountability and wanted me to be understanding. I don't know. I don't know. She just came a little hard for me. I was just like, Stormy, where was all this
I
energy
agree.
coming
Like
from?
I can definitely understand that sentiment. But to me, I feel like Melody did exactly what Stormy wanted her to do.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I
feel
feel
like
like it's an interesting.
I feel like saying you don't agree with it, even if you already do, we'll just dead it anyway. Like I don't agree with it, but I still know my fans are gonna eat you the fuck up after this, so I don't really give a fuck. So like to me, saying something, even if you had to lie, just lie. Everybody else lying, just lie. or
Well,
just
I
or
think
just be blunt and just say, I don't give a fuck about what you're going through. I don't know. I would have said something.
Yeah.
the interesting part about it is the fact that, well, for me, is the fact that she tried to make her charges with Martha charges to be the same kind of like demonize like what Melanie going through, which I didn't really like because it's like
Right. Okay.
it's two separate charges. Because when you actually, I know some people don't watch YouTube or do extra stuff, but it's two separate charges. What Martha have is two separate charges from what Stormy have. So when she trying to conflate these two things together and make it seem like, it's nothing, it's like, no, you're lying right here because it's two separate charges that you have.
Mhm.
And guess Martell.
Yeah,
Martell
that makes
have
sense. I just
communication
think
harassment, that's domestic. You got, was it misconduct, and Black Titani dropped the charges. It wasn't dismissed. So that's why I was like, there's a lot of things that's going offline that people that just watch the show, when you watch the show, you be like, oh, I can see how people or why, they think Melanie's like this. But it's like people who actually watch the show and still be in the, what they call it, the YouTube street. It's like you get a full, like a 360 of what things going on and what transpired. I also
and
feel like
that's
there's a
my
fourth
problem with the
wall.
show. That's my problem with this show. Is
Yeah,
that
because it's like you're not bringing what's going. It's like we put one narrative on the show, and then the real story is on social media. It's not on the show. So that's why I
exactly.
was like, that's where I dropped the ball.
And I was saying like, okay, so if you wanted to kill all of this shit and shut everybody down, this is what I would have said personally. based on the shit that's been happening off the show, I would have been like, okay, I can understand that sentiment, but I feel that it's a little bit hypocrisy when you are trying to get me to stay where I stand. Although I don't agree with the actions being taken, but aren't you also contributing a lot of money to a channel that went to Destiny's house and exposed her refinance at home?
That part.
Wasn't you cool with a person that did that? Like, so are you just as upset at that, Destiny, as she's upset about these millimeters coming at her? To me, I would
air out.
I would have flipped the whole table.
Yeah.
Me and you were the same. I would have flipped the table right then. That was like, oh, okay, let's put it out on the table. That's why I was like, sometimes she don't talk. I was like, see, this is why I'm different. I will burn shit down.
Period.
Yeah.
Burn the shit down.
Yeah.
I'll burn it down. And I'm
burn
gonna
it
break
down.
all the wall, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th wall.
Because I'm saying, if we're just going to expose people only on social media, why not bring this shit on the show? I'm going to spray everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody gonna get it.
Right.
And that's why I like the Mel that is on the TikTok live, the lives like really giving it to and exposing stuff. I like that Mel. Like sometimes, and I like Mel on the show, but she's just so nice. And I don't know if that's like the producer hat or I don't know what it is, but like that quiet, like, oh, okay, I'm gonna be quiet. I'm not gonna let you rile me up. I get it, but in other parts, I'd be like, no, like your back is against the wall. This is the moment. Like, let it all out. Like, they're going to not
exactly, and that's what I was like, and I was getting so upset in my last review because I was like, I don't know if people are trying to be purposefully obtuse of what I'm saying, but I'm like, I don't understand the point in shutting down, but then blowing shit up on social media. Why not bring all of that energy and expose these people for all of the stuff that they're doing to you? Why not do that? Then not only will the audience who does not keep up with what's going on social media be informed, but now they're going to have to defend themselves and explain why they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's why I was like different.
Everybody want to act like I was crazy. Everybody would say, Nell ain't got to do anything. I didn't say Nell has to do anything. But I'm just saying it makes no sense to expose them on social media when you have a whole show to do it that's paying you to do so.
Yeah.
You expose, I can't necessarily say you expose them for free because I have my own channel and the views definitely pay. But I'm saying that, why not expose them for what they're doing? Like a lot of people probably don't even know that Stormy was sending hundreds of dollars to that content creator who also went to Destiny's refinanced home and like did a whole video of it.
All up in her drawers and her personal items. I was like, come on. That's why I was like, I mean, so, I think it takes time for people to tick boom. Like me, it's like it takes me a long time to tick boom. But when the casket go off, I go off.
But in Mel's live, she on TikTok, she said that Destiny asked her about that whole situation of that content creator on the trip, and I'm just like, well, why didn't they show that on the show?
What?
There's a lot of things they don't show on the show because she was like, and not to mention, she was like, she was trying to record Melanie. I was like, but why you guys didn't show it? Like, why are you cutting off the good part? We don't care about all the
like the producers don't want to get into. I don't know if it's legal. I'm not a content creator, so I don't know if there's any implications about mentioning content creators on the show and what that comes with. But I do think that if there is no like ramifications, that it should be shown because it gives context as to why all this stuff is going on and why everybody's in this weird place where it's like they're not really friends. They don't really fool with each other. They're all scheming each other on the back end. Like, I don't know. It's weird.
I have a question though. Do you think it's time for like whole new cast?
I think to me it's either time for the whole cast to be gutted and swapped out, or for this show to end. Like, in my opinion, I know a lot of people are saying, you know, it's Mel's show. Why should she leave her show? At the end of the day, this show is no longer hers. This show, like fucking Carlos King, is going on all of these different podcasts. I created Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Right.
It's his show. So I'm saying at this point, I would exit stage left and just leave these people to do whatever they're going to do. And then I'll work on getting a show of my own to create. Because I feel like she has connections enough to do that now. And this time, you know, the ins and outs of the contracts and the litigation as far as like networks go, to where you're going to be able to have a bigger hand in the production and the executive decisions of the show within, you know, within itself. That's what I would do, though, me personally. Especially because she don't really need this show anymore. Like, she doesn't need, I mean, it pays bills, you know, of course, but I feel that like she is easily able to sustain herself, like at this point, because last time I heard, you know, all the time the shit is selling out at her 7th Avenue. And then on top of that, she has her social media presence. She's doing like the TikTok lives now.
And she also have a network, Nubian Queen, that she works on. She have a show there.
Yep. And then on top of that, she also has the teaching business, teaching people preservation. So I'm saying like you can usurp this into something else.
I agree. I think she should
create something that is truthfully what you want it to be, because obviously what like you wanted this to be, Carlos King is not allowing that vision to take place.
Lucifer King is something different.
And if y'all don't know anything about me, I do not like Carlos. I
me neither.
I despise Carlos.
Yeah,
me and you are on the same boat. Me and you right here. I can't stand. I call him Carl Lucifer. I refuse to say Carl Lucifer. That's what she
wait. Y'all keep on saying this, and I'm letting y'all know right now that that's not true. You cannot legally file charges on somebody or press charges against somebody unless you have proof that they incited or directed a fan base or a group of people to do something to you. Mel has never done that. All that they asked her is where she stood as far as the actions that were going on. If she had just said, I don't agree with any of that, that would have immediately deaded it, if that's what you wanted. However, I would have turned it back on them and being like, I don't agree. But also, I think that we also should bring up that, Stormy, you also have a fan base that has harassed people on this cast as well, right? Isn't that what he did to you, Destiny? How did you feel about that? Especially because she's still cool with him and we haven't seen her say anything about it. We haven't seen her disparage any of his actions. Like, to me, that whole hold on. Because like I want to pull it up because y'all want to play these games with me and want to pitter patter with me. I'm not about to play with y'all. I'll Google it because I looked it up. Because I was like, maybe I'm tripping. Can she be? I was like, if they can't press charges against Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, especially Nicki Minaj. Hold on.
Because these balls be out of control.
Yo, I be calling it that lady. I can't. I refuse.
Get it. Wait, hold on. Can a celebrity be found liable for the actions of their fan base? Because I'm about to pull up what I found.
And while you're looking that up, I'm not even sure like the situation with Stormy, unless I got this wrong, y'all. The Black Titanic lady who has also pulled up to Mel and Martell's court cases, from what I've heard, pulling up to a warehouse, like, did she go inside? Did she talk to, like, from what I heard is like she was outside and then Stormy came out and they got into like a verbal back and forth. Like, I don't know like why the narrative is like Mel's fans like went there to like attack or like provoke or any of that. Like, I don't understand the situation that is even being referenced and how that's coming back to Mel, like, oh, like she was inciting some type of like violence or something. I don't know. I still don't understand.
Well, I saw the video. So I think she went to, was it the warehouse? She was outside
Okay.
with her friend.
So I'm about to share my screen real quick. And I used AI for this because I know y'all didn't want me to go read down the scholarly journal that I read on it. Because y'all don't know I like to read. I always love to like look up a whole bunch of different information. So give me 1 second. I'm about to share this screen real fast. Okay. And this is what I found. So it says, so I asked the question, can a celebrity be found liable for the fan base? And the question of whether a celebrity can be held liable for the actions of their fan base is complex and often depends on the specific circumstances of the case. Here are some key factors to consider. Direct incitement. If a celebrity explicitly encourages their fans to engage in harmful or illegal behavior, they could be held liable for any resulting damages. This could also include statements made on social media during concerts or interviews. Even if a celebrity does not directly incite their fans, they may still be held liable if it was foreseeable that their actions or statements could lead to harmful behavior. For example, if a celebrity makes a controversial statement that could provoke strong reactions from their fans, they may be held responsible if their fans engage in harassment or threats. Voracious liability. In some cases, celebrities should or could be held vicariously liable for the actions of their fans if they have a special relationship with them, such as a business relationship or contractual relationship. However, this is a rare occurrence and typically requires a high degree of control over the fans' actions. And then free speech considerations. Freedom of speech laws can protect celebrities from liability for their statements, even if those statements may incite negative reactions from their fans. However, these laws are not absolute, and there are exceptions for statements that are considered to be harmful or dangerous. So no, Mel did not directly incite nobody. It was no foreseeability in that. So she could not have been legally liable for any of that stuff. So I don't think that that's a good excuse. Sorry.
Shout out to the research too.
Of course, I'm always gonna be fair, cause it's not that deep. I don't care either way. It has nothing to do with me. But I'm just saying, like, a lot of people have been saying, because like then they gonna hold it against her and try to hold her liable in court. Like, no, that's not gonna happen. Whatever Mel would have said, it would annoy the issue. Okay, that's fine and all, but if you're gonna get off what you gotta say and be honest about it, annoy these bitches. Who cares if they're annoyed? They've been annoying you this whole time, apparently.
Yeah.
Why? Who are we trying to protect? Who are we protecting? Like, who do we care about annoying an issue with? Stormy? Destiny? Tisha? Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. And it's okay if you're a fan of somebody. It's okay to say, I did not like what you did. Like I would have done this differently. You could have did this in a better way. It's okay to say that. It's not meaning that they're a terrible person or that you don't like them, but it's just something that you disagree with. But if you agree with what she did, then fine. But I'm saying, if like you can't get mad or want to like berate me for thinking differently based on the research that I looked up my damn self. And based on how a lot of y'all be researching court litigation when it comes to child custody agreements, I would imagine that y'all would have also looked this up as well.
Also, I don't even think it's like majority of fans doing that. So even if Mel were to say, I don't agree with that, us as Melon beaters should not feel no type of way, because we're not doing.
Please, I block 25 people. And I don't know if you can tell, but about 20 to 30 people between me blocking and them unsubscribing, I lost after that review. So I went from 733 to 710. Well, now 711. I got some back. I mean, it's no skin off my back. I'm always going to recoup subscribers anyway because my reviews are lit. So at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. But I'm saying I just don't understand why not say something. This is a damn show to say something. This is a show to say something. This is a show to expose the people that have wronged you and explain your thought process. Don't wait until you're on social media on TikTok live when you have a whole show taping and the fans don't know what's going on. And a lot of y'all think that a lot of the fans a lot of people don't be following this shit on social media. After the show ends is where they end. So bring it to light what they're doing. Bring it to light of the hypocrisy. Bring it to light over the shit that they've been doing behind the scenes. Bring it to light over why you feel the way that you feel and allow the audience to digest that. Talking about, no, she did not. It would have just made the situation. At the end of the day, the audience would have liked to see that. I would have liked to hear that. I don't give a damn what Tisha, Stormy, or Destiny would have liked to hear. It's like the audience is the unspoken cast member of this show.
Absolutely.
The fans are also cast member of the show.
So like I said, it ain't changed. My opinion has not changed. I don't think that she would have been held liable. She could have lied and say she does not agree with it, or she could have set fire to the rain and exposed everybody for the hypocrisy and how Stormy has been donating to a content creator who went to Destiny's tour of a refinanced home that she couldn't afford as a dig. So
your opinion is she didn't need to say that she stood against it. She just should have said something instead of just not saying anything at all.
Yeah, that's literally what I said. Yeah. I was like, nobody is saying that you have to speak up for these bitches. Like, I don't agree that that's what you have to do. But I'm saying if you don't want to like speak up for them, then just tell the audience why. Like, okay, I'm not gonna say anything, but let me tell you why. Isn't it you who had the mom who is dogging me out on social media who you couldn't control? And we never really heard you hold her accountable. You said that you don't agree with it, but you didn't hold her accountable, and she's directly related to you. And you also gave money to a content creator who went to Destiny's home.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about here? So Destiny, you should feel some type of way against her.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know how else to say it. I feel like I've explained it like, multiple ways, but the people just want to feel what they want to feel. But like I said, after that scene ended, everything that I saw was people talking shit about Mel was up there. Like, they didn't understand why Mel just couldn't say what she said. And I was like, but that's because Mel didn't explain it. So how can you be mad at them for not knowing why Mel feels the way that she feels if Mel isn't going to tell nobody? So who am I to get upset with the audience because Mel does not want to expose these people who have done all of these things to her? She does on her Instagram and TikTok lives. You just said what I was talking about. Period. This is a show. We're not on to, unless they're going to pull up the Instagram and TikTok lives, that's a moot point.
Yeah. And I think only the people who are like either millimeters or like invested, really, really invested in Love and Marriage Huntsville are going to go off the show and watch these things. But people who are like casual watchers, the majority of fans, they have no idea that this stuff is going on.
And on top of that, like, y'all think that Mel did the big one, but in my opinion, I think that Mel did exactly what Stormy wanted her to do. She knew Melody was going to say that. She knew that because at this point she knows Mel. She knew that Melody was going to be like, I don't have to say shit. And that's why she smiled and say, okay, say less. And then immediately after the episode ended, everybody was on social media eating Mel's ass up.
And
because
Stormy left the show.
Huh?
And Stormy left the show after that.
Exactly, because Stormy knew what she was going to do. Mm-hmm. And I'm saying you played into everything that she had planned. It was not, you were smarter than that. Like, if anything, you should have just said, I don't agree, or gave the reasons as to why you want to remain silent. So yeah, in my opinion, most people don't follow the YouTube either. That's what I'm saying. So if you are directly involved in a situation, it depends on you to give the audience the transparency that's not being given on the show. Mel no longer cares what people thinks about her. That's fine. That's fine. But if that's how Mel feels, I'm gonna need the fan base to feel the same way because y'all don't feel that way.
Yeah, and this is, and I as somebody who really likes Mel, and this is just me saying as like those like who are in the chat, like, just because, and I think sometimes Mel's fans, like, we get this conflicted. Just because somebody doesn't agree with what Mel does not make it an attack on Mel. And I think that's what becomes off-putting to people is like, you can't give your opinion without it being misconstrued into like, oh, this person doesn't like Mel. Oh, another person trying to come after Mel. It's like, no, like, I think what's being said here is that we like Mel. We understand where she's coming from. We see her viewpoint. We would be very much like letting people have it, but not saying the story leaves other people to come with their own interpretations about something. And that's what's happening here. Everybody has interpreted Mel not saying anything as, oh, she goes up for it, she's inciting people to go attack something, she's a mean girl, she's not a girl's girl, and all these other like ridiculous things. When it's just like, no, she's probably just over it or doesn't want to say anything.
And then she made herself look even crazier when she was upset that Stormy and Trisha did not say goodbye to her after that whole conversation the night before. Like, are you crazy? Like, you're making yourself look crazy.
I mean, to be fair, Stormy wasn't even at the house. She have a whole other hotel. But Trish, I don't know why she didn't say goodbye because there's no. Oh, I see why.
She got caught messing with her husband.
Because she used to, because her everybody was her ex. That's why. But still, like, why are you mad though? You screw her husband, her ex-husband. She didn't do it to yours.
And this is what I'm talking about. Let me show y'all something. This is what I'm personally talking about here. So, mind you, everything that I said, I came with facts and stuff like that, but I want to share y'all what's been said to me. Mel don't have to say nothing. Melody shut down. The cast members are always on mute when their own family stay dragging Melody, her mama and her kids. I wouldn't have anything to say either. Why do they want Mel to be the bigger person? Meanwhile, Stormy and her mama on the group chats dogging Mel. I'm with Mel. I would have looked at them like they were crazy. Like it I can continue, but like I'm not gonna go through all of the comments. Mel don't have to say a word. Did they tell their fans to stop talking about her mom and her children? Absolutely not. Just like Mel don't have to say ish. God said silence is golden, and I'm saying like it ain't even gotta be all that.
Well, they're a fan and there's fanatics. They're the people that take it too far, and it's like,
and it's like my problem is they like y'all the millimeters can't, like, when I tell you analyze some shit to the 10th degree, to the 10th power, they can pick some shit apart and completely bring into some optics of things that I had no idea about. But when it comes to what you have to say, if you disagree with Mel, they completely lose all of that analytical skill. Because I said multiple times, Stormy even said it on the show, like, I'm not expecting her to speak up for nobody. I'm just wanting to know why you feel the way that you feel. And if you don't have to stand on shit, tell them why you feel that you shouldn't. Tell the audience why you're upset with these people and expose the shit out of them. What are you saving them from? You get what I'm saying to me? But that's how I feel about it. I know a trauma bond when I see it. I know that the trauma bond runs deep when it comes to the fan base and stuff like that. But I implore every single one of y'all, listen to me and listen to me clear. I have also been dogged out by a man before. I have a man exposed my sex tape at a house party, and I used to be in a whole relationship with this guy. He was around my mama. He met my mama. So he bought tickets for me and my mom and him to go to a Trina concert because my mama loves Trina because she's from Florida. Everything, and he exposed me. I had a friend who called me and was like, did you used to do adult entertainment? Somebody is showing a video of you at this house party. So I understand the hurt, but the thing about it is I'm not going to vicariously live through anybody else. It depends on me how I overcome the, the hardships in my life. I think that people should take inspiration from Mel and how she handles herself post-divorce, through divorce, and utilize that in their life versus living vicariously through somebody because it comes across as idolatry.
Preach.
Yep.
So don't worship, but take inspiration and apply the shit that y'all see her doing in your own life. You don't have to come online windmilling, for somebody that you don't know. It's not necessary, especially when it comes to me, because I don't care about these people. You're not hurting me. I had over 100 people unsubscribe to the channel before, and I went down from 6,200 to 6,100. Now I'm at 7,300. At the end of the day, the subscriber's gonna come back. I'm gonna bounce back regardless. So I'm saying y'all should spend a lot more time pouring into yourself than being online. And that's the problem. I don't live vicariously through anybody. I like her wins are not my wins. They're her wins, and I'm happy for her. But I'm going to take all of what I'm seeing and apply it to my own life and win for myself. When God tells her to go, that don't mean he told me to go. God may want me to be still and wait for me to go at another time because he has a different plan for me.
Oh, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So that's where I'm coming from. But look, hey Scotty, hey y'all, I miss Scotty. Our panel has taken a break until January. So me and I haven't spoken to the Chasing panel that often, but I miss them. I miss Chef Don Don too. I'm gonna have to hit him up soon. But y'all listen. I was not planning on being on here for 2 hours and 26 minutes. My man is cooking in the back, and I really want to put on the anime show that I was watching. I just bought a new surround sound system for my 65-inch screen TV, so I'm really excited about that. But I'm about to leave. Okay.
Wait, which anime? Dan, or whatever that is.
Oh no, not Dan. It's called Dead Mount Dead Play.
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's on Crunchyroll. It's about this necromancing wizard who ended up doing a reincarnation into another world, and he thought it was gonna be a whole disconnect from his old world, but everything is starting to come back from his old world into this new world, and he had no idea it would happen this way. And it's crazy. It's crazy. I cannot wait. I'm on episode 13, and I really wanted. I was gonna try to put this off to do tomorrow, but I wanted to get this out now because I'm trying to be more timely about these reviews. Mm-hmm. But I want to thank all of y'all for coming. Do y'all have anything else to say before y'all go down?
No, I just want to say that I really appreciate you having us up here. I hope that you also felt and understood that it's not all the millimeters who be acting crazy. That's why I giving some type of my own personal viewpoint, because I think sometimes we kind of get lumped in together, and I understand where you were coming from. So I hope that you came away knowing that a lot of us who are in your community understood exactly what you meant.
I know it's not everybody. I'm not generalizing, mm-hmm. But I'm saying it's a faction of the fan base that that likes to windmill on people. Because I don't know if you are aware, me, Scotty, Don had a whole fiasco. I was getting blackballed. My videos were getting reported. Scotty got his, not Scotty, but Chef Don got his page reported plenty of times and got his demonetization taken over 5 to 10 times. And mind you, he's a huge supporter of Mel.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
more so even than me agreeing with her within the show. Like he really be supporting her, and like the fan base still be going at him. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, I didn't know. I've been following since the Meg trial, so I was probably
Mhm.
before then. But yeah, but I really appreciate your reviews. I hope that, and I love all your reviews, not just for Love and Marriage Huntsville. I love all your content, even when you do the Kendrick Lamar like reaction videos, stuff like that. So I'm locked in. So, but I
Oh
appreciate
yeah,
that.
he just released a new album, so I'm gonna be reviewing that on live probably tomorrow, as well as if anybody in here watches, probably not, watches Baddies. I recorded my Baddies review for episode 4 already. The 5th episode comes out tonight, and I'm gonna record that tomorrow as well, and then I'm going to edit them both and upload it as a video. Hey, Snatch by Diego. But yeah, y'all, I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all so much.
Thank you for having me.
Of
So,
course, of
see
course.
you next time. So just in case you want to review Real Hot Real Housewife of Potomac.
I don't know if I'll be reviewing that anytime soon. I'm not. I don't see it happening.
You don't see it happen
I
because I'm
don't
like
see. I
Karen
don't
be on people's neck.
after that last season, and we just gonna act like none of it ever happened. Giselle's still on the show. I don't give a damn what they got going, especially now that Candace is going. Y'all already know Candace was my girl.
I mean, she had
Candace,
to go for
Candace
her
was my
baby.
chick, huh?
She might come back. I mean, she had to get her
Candace,
baby
Candace,
safe delivery.
I thought that too. Candace said on social media, on an interview on the red carpet that she had, that she does not even miss our RHOP because her legacy is always going to be there. So I
There
don't see
you
her coming. I don't see her coming back anytime soon. Like I believe for her to come back, Giselle
go.
or
Gotta
Ashley
go.
have to leave.
Yeah, I can stand both of them. But at least regular Robin left. I was like, whew, thank God. But well, thank you for having me. Have a
No
nice
problem.
night.
Nice
No
night.
problem. I'll put you guys down now. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So for those of y'all who still remain, wait, hold on, how does it go? And for those who remains, she'll be snatched up in one moment, and we shall behold him face to face. I love it. I love me some Vicky Winans. Okay, so I'm about to head out. I want to let all of y'all know y'all are loved. If nobody told you today, I love you. I want you to know that you have purpose and that you are meant to be here. And that if nobody told you today, I love you. Okay, love yourself. Drink water, exercise, and try not to not love yourself because you might end up like Trisha fucking somebody's husband 5 years ago. Okay, so needless to say, I'll see y'all all later. And until the next time, y'all, peace. Okay, bye.